Welcome to the Mom Self-Care Podcast, your safe space to finally focus on YOU. I'm Chari Twitty-Hawkins, your self-care coach for moms, praying wife, and mom of four. And I know that being a Christ-centered mom is such a beautiful calling, but it can be so draining. That's why it's important to make sure you are filling your own cup. On this podcast, we'll discuss practical, holistic self-care strategies to help nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Because a mama who fills her own cup pours that back into her family with true peace and joy. Tune in for honest conversations about motherhood and self-care because you matter too. Blessings, mamas, and welcome to the Mom Self-Care Podcast. I'm Chari Twitty-Hawkins, your host and self-care coach for moms. And tonight I'm answering a question from one of my fellow mamas, one of our fellow mamas on TikTok, when I asked about what's your greatest struggle with self-care. So if you know that you've been struggling with self-care, make sure you listen in. So this mom asks, how can I turn my brain off and allow myself to enjoy self-care and know that I deserve it? Listen, I understand. I understand your brain just, especially when you become a mama. From before our kiddos were born, we were thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to eat? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing when the baby comes? Not just what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm pregnant, but when the baby comes. And of course, that doesn't stop after you have your child. So you're doing all these things. Your brain may be on, like a lot of us mamas are, you're on high alert, looking for what to do next. Sometimes our brain is just like that. And you're responsible for so many things, especially if you don't have the greatest support system. So yes, our mind, I totally get that. How many of y'all can relate to that? You're like, yes. If you're watching on YouTube, you see I have my hand up where you're like, oh my gosh, it's like I can't turn my brain off. So when I even go to sit down to practice self-care, I'm thinking about all the things. I'm thinking about what I didn't do, what I need to do, what I'm missing out, what I could be doing right now instead of sitting here doing this. So in order to turn your brain off or make those thoughts a little less, because even I still sometimes I start to think and I have to bring myself back. So when it's time for self-care, it's about you being present. It's about you being in the moment, whatever you're doing. I know a lot of us as moms, as I talked about all the things we have to do, that often can require multitasking. And you may wear it as a badge of honor. You're like, hey, I did all of that. Or other people may be patting you on the back. And then you're thinking, okay, that's what I need to do to be a good mom. But of course, as I talk about here on the podcast, you have to make sure you're pouring into yourself too. And that requires you to be present. To be present. I even have talked about in the past that multitasking isn't necessarily good because you're giving your attention to all these different things and never giving anything 100%. So know that when it comes to self-care, I have to be present. And one way to help you to transition is before you have your time for self-care, write down the things you need to do. Write them down. Or I'm not even going to say need to do, the things you want to do. Because a lot of times we treat wants as needs. Like, oh, I need to do this. No, you don't necessarily need to now right at this very moment. So write those things down. And it's what we call a brain dump. Get it all out, get it all out. And then ask yourself, do I need to do these things? Remember I said need. Do I need to do these things right now? No. But do you need to pour into yourself? Yes. It could be, do I need to just sit down and have silence for 2 minutes? Yes. Do I need to go run? Yes. Do I need to go pray? Do I need to go to that dance class, learn that new line dance? Do I need that so that I can get that good energy up and get the stress out and come back and be a happier and healthier mama? Yes. So get brain dump, get all that stuff out and write it down. It can be done later. And when those thoughts come while you're doing your self-care, sometimes they'll come, sometimes they won't, depending. Like I said, if you're at a like high-paced exercise class or something like that, and they are just, wearing you out, you may not have time to have those thoughts. But if your self-care during that time is relaxing, enjoying a movie, maybe meditating, journaling, then those thoughts may start to come. So you have to ask yourself the same thing when you did that brain dump. Can this wait? Yes. So it will wait. It will wait. It will be there when you're done pouring into yourself. And then remind yourself that rest is not necessarily a reward. A lot of moms will say, hey, I'll wait after I do all these things. No, it's not necessary. It can be a reward, but it should be necessary. It should be like your upkeep. So know that rest is necessary. Rest is sacred. Rest is your birthright. So say that to yourself if you start to feel that guilt creep in of, tell yourself, I deserve to rest. Whatever the type of rest is for you. Like I said, it could be something relaxing. Or you may say, hey, I need to energize. I need to get this energy out. You deserve that too. You deserve all of that. So you have to be consistent and intentional about telling yourself, I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. Just like your children deserve it. God is looking down at you like, my child, you deserve it. I want you to honor your temple. So you have to tell yourself, maybe even tell yourself that God wants me to honor my temple, and I am honoring my temple by fill in the blank. Whatever self-care you choose to do. And a way to transition from, like I said, you might be on high alert in your body. I've talked about how you feel your emotions in your body. If you haven't heard that, go back and check out my other podcasts. But you do hold your emotions in your body. So if you are highly stressed, on high alert, and you need to switch to relax, focus on breathing exercises that can help. For instance, I I did this exercise where I breathed in for 4, counting to 4, held it for 4, and then release for 4. And then you can wait for another 4 seconds before doing that again. And that's called box breathing. And it just helps you to be present and helps your body and your nervous system to relax. So try that. Try that. Breathe in for 4, hold it for 4. And as you're doing this, do it slowly. Don't try to do it fast. That's not going to help. And then let it out for 4. And then wait for 4. And then do it again until you feel your heart rate go down, until you feel your muscles relax, until you're able to say, okay, I'm ready to be present now. Because if you, like I said, if you go from high stress to, okay, let me relax and do this, your body might be like, no. And as she talked about, you're still thinking about all the things and your body's still tense. So you need to be able to bring all of that down, relax your body, relax your mind, and be present. Well, I hope they help you guys. Let me know you can either, comment on TikTok or Instagram at CIC Inspire Me and let me know which one of these you're going to start doing. If you like your question answered here on the podcast, email me at info@cicinspireme.com. And if you need one-on-one coaching, we go deeper into what self-care means for you, how to overcome mom burnout, mom guilt, mom shame, so many different things, then make sure you visit my website at cicinspireme.com. Save this episode, share with the mama you love, and leave a review if this blessed you. Until next time, take care of yourself. God bless. Thanks so much for joining me for the Mom Self-Care Podcast. I hope you feel inspired to make yourself a priority too. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Share this podcast with another mama you love and leave a review. Also, feel free to let me know what you would like to hear about in future episodes by visiting me on Instagram at CIC Inspire Me. Until next time, take some time to take care of YOU because you matter too.